and D is oxidation reaction. You have to choose the correct answer. Will you please tell me which is the correct answer here? 1, 2, 3. Which one? You can type it. A and B. Very correct, Diya. Very correct. Here, you know this reaction we studied. This is the activity discussed in your book. That is your quicklime reacting with water to form the slaked lime. And we studied that this is, you are going to have reactant A plus B when two or more reactants reacts with each other to form a single product. Okay, that is going to be a combination reaction. And we also know this, that there is going to be a heat released during the reaction. Okay, so for this you are going to have the correct option A and B. Yes, Matthew, this is also the, you are right. Okay, you are right. Okay, so you are clear with this question. I am moving on to the next question. Okay, so here the correct answer is D here, that is A and B are correct. Okay. And the next one, the second question, you have to read the questions very carefully, okay. Just see, in a double displacement reaction, such as the reaction between sodium sulfate solution and barium chloride solution, will you please tell me what is the chemical formula, compound formula for sodium sulfate? You can write it, sodium sulfate formula. And barium chloride formula. Okay, Anushka. Yes, Trita. Okay, Diya. Yeah, very correct. That is barium chloride is BaCl2 and Trita has written is nothing but your Na2SO4. Very, very correct. Now what they are asking, you are going to have Na2SO4 plus BaCl2. Okay. They are asking that when these two salt solutions are there, okay, you are mixing them. Okay. So here you are going to have a double displacement reaction. Okay, and you know what double displacement reaction is. Okay, so just tell me which is the correct option here. Which is the correct option here? B, C and D. Yeah, Trita, very correct. Option 4. Yes, Trita, Diya, very correct. Here you have to just look. Yes, yes, Avantika, very correct. Here you have to just look, exchange of atoms takes place. No, there is no atom changing. Okay, there is no exchange of atoms here. There is exchange of ions, so this option is wrong here. Exchange of ions takes place. Yes, because this Na2SO4 is going to give you 2Na plus SO4 2 minus. So they are going to be your ions. So they are going to, there will be the exchange of the ions in this case. Okay. So this is going to be the correct option here. And the next one, a precipitate is produced. Yes, we all know this. Yes, Neha, very correct. Option 4 is correct here, because in this reaction, the double displacement reaction, there will be the formation of precipitate also. Okay, that is the specialty of your this thing, double displacement reaction. Okay, and an insoluble salt is produced. Insoluble salt is nothing but your precipitate here. Okay, so that is why these three options are going to be correct here. Okay, so now we are moving on to the next one, that is identify the substances that are oxidized and the substances that are reduced in the following reactions. Okay, so this is the equation given to you, that is CuO plus H2 is giving you Cu plus H2O. Okay, Cu plus H2O. So you have to see in the equation that which is going to be the one who is going to reduce, which is going to be the one who is going to oxidized. So will you please tell me what should be the correct option here? First tell me which is going to oxidized. Which is going to oxidized here? Just see the equation and let me know. You can write it in the chat box. See and let me know which is going to oxidized and which is going to reduced. H2. Okay. Yes. Here you can see in the reaction, okay, that this H2 is the one in this reactant side, you can see it as H2, okay, and in the product side you can see O is added to H2, that is hydrogen gas here, okay. So you can say that addition of oxygen is taking place in H2, so it is getting oxidized, okay, and you can see that CuO is there, okay, CuO is there, it is going what? You can see now Cu is produced in the product and O is removed. Very correct, Diya. Neha, very correct. Okay, everyone is responding very good. Okay, so here you can see all the things. You have to just look into the reaction in which your oxygen is added, hydrogen is removed, like that. Okay, so you can give your correct option here that hydrogen is going to what? Hydrogen is going to oxidized. Yes. Hydrogen is going to oxidize. Two options are there. Now you look for CuO. CuO is going to reduce. Okay. Yeah, very correct, Rita. CuO is going to reduce here. So this is going to be the correct option. Not this one. It says H2 is oxidized. Okay. So this is going to be the correct option because it is not the water getting oxidized. It is your hydrogen. Okay. Yes, very correct. It's the correct option C here. Okay. Now we will move on to the next question. Just see here. When we pass the hydrogen gas over the Cu powder, this is very important. As I have told you in the classes also that you have to focus on each and every activity. Okay. From that such type of questions are going to come. Okay, so here when we pass the hydrogen gas over Cu powder after heating it, okay, after heating it, what products are going to be formed? What are the products which are going to be formed? Option C. Okay. Neha, no, this is wrong. This is a wrong option here. B. Trita, Diya, everyone is B. No, now you are getting confused. What they are saying that when we pass hydrogen gas over Cu powder after heating, okay, means when you heat that Cu powder, you are going to have CuO is produced. Over that CuO, you are going to, what you are going to do? You are going to pass this hydrogen gas. Okay, so the reactant are going to formed is Cu plus H2O. You will get your Cu back. Okay, this is the very important question from that activity which can be asked to you. Okay, so you have to remember all such things. Just see, we discussed this question. Okay, we discussed this question, CuO. Okay, CuO is the this compound is going to have the black coating over the Cu, that is the powder when you heat it. Okay, so this activity is that when you are going to have the Cu powder, okay, you are going to heat it. When you are going to heat it, burn it, okay, then it is going to form what? It is going to form CuO. Okay, burning is going to be what? Oxygen is involved. So Cu plus O2 is going to give you what? CuO. And this is going to be the black coating. Black coating. Okay, black coating over that Cu powder. Okay, so after heating, this product is going to be formed. Okay, so Cu powder, after heating it, okay, so after heating it, what you are doing? You are going to pass the hydrogen gas. To this black coated compound, you are passing hydrogen gas. Okay, so the reaction will be nothing but your CuO plus H2 is going to give you what? Cu plus H2O. So this will be the reaction. Please remember this equation. This is very, very important. Question may be asked directly. Okay, so activity is very important and I have told you this thing many times. Okay, so no worries. We will look into the next question. You will learn it. Okay, now that is heating of limestone. What is this process? Exothermic, endothermic, both are correct or none of the above? Tell me. First, you tell me what limestone is. What is limestone? CaCO3. Very correct. No, Diya. Anushka, very correct. Diya, CaO is quicklime. Okay. CaCO3 is a limestone. Okay. So, you have to remember the common names very clearly. Okay, so quicklime is going to be your calcium oxide and calcium carbonate, that is CaCO3, is going to be your limestone. Okay, are you correct? Did you get this thing that what CaCO3 and what CaO is called in common names? Okay, so here you can see options: exothermic, endothermic. You are heating it. Okay, you are heating it. Exothermic, endothermic, both are correct. None of the above. Which should be the correct answer? Write it fast. B, endothermic process. Very correct. Okay, this is a decomposition reaction. Very correct. Endothermic. Yeah, Velga Saju. Very correct. Okay, this is an endothermic process. Okay, what is happening here? You are just seeing that you are going to have one reactant, that is CaCO3, and you are heating it directly. It is going to give you more than 2 products. Okay, it may be 3, 4, 5, anything. So when a single reactant is going to give you 2 or more products, that is going to be the decomposition reaction. And in decomposition reaction, we use heat, light, electricity, energy, okay, to decompose the compound. So here the option is going to be endothermic process. Okay, now the next one. When we heat FeSO4, you are going to have FeSO4 crystals directly on flame. Can you tell me the color of your FeSO4 crystals? Blue. FeSO4. Yeah, green. It's green. Color of FeSO4 is going to be green. Now you tell me that green color is lost or it will be remaining same. Here are some of the, like, crystal color will not be changing. Crystal color will change due to loss of excess water. Crystal will be absorbed more moisture, or none of the above. So when you are going to heat that FeSO4 crystals, they are going to be the green crystal. After heating it, the color is going to be the same, or it is going to change, or there will be going to absorb more and more moisture. Which should be the correct option here? B. Very correct. Very correct. It is the excess water, because we all know that FeSO4 having the green color due to 7H2O is present here. Okay, the excess water is present here. That is why the color of the crystals are going to be green in color. And when you heat it, that water is lost. Okay, so now the next question, that is, which reaction represents burning of natural gas? Now you have to be careful. Okay, now just look at the equations and just try to make it understand that how you are going to solve this thing. Okay, they have just given a statement. A. Very correct, Anushka. Very correct. Okay. Here you should just see the formula of burning of natural gas. Okay. You have to just look over the natural gas formula. Okay. You should be aware of the formula. That is methane. CH4. Okay. And this equation is correct. That is CH4 treating with oxygen, or you are burning whenever it is written as burning, or it with air. Okay. You have to imagine, it is by default it is that it is going to react with oxygen. Okay. So your methane is reacting with oxygen to give you CO2 and H2. Yes, Diya. Okay. Very good. Okay. Now here, a substance X. Now this type of questions will be asked. Okay. So you have to just, while reading the question, just go and form your equations with it. Okay. Then only you can solve such type of questions. They are very simple. Okay. Don't get afraid of such questions. Okay. Just see here, a substance X is there. Okay. Which is used in whitewashing. Okay. Okay. Now reacts with carbon dioxide. Okay, there is a substance X which is also used in whitewashing. Okay, and it is going to react with carbon dioxide. Okay, present in air to give limestone. It is going to form limestone by reacting with carbon dioxide. Okay, so which should be the correct answer here? Will you please tell me? D. Okay, everyone, yeah, very correct, very, very good. I'm impressed now. You are giving the correct answers. Okay, just, yeah, everyone is going good. Very good. Here you have to just see there is a compound X. It is also used in whitewashing. And we know that you are going to have CaO plus H2O going to give you CaOH twice. And we know that the common name for this are going to be the slaked lime. Okay, slaked lime, or you call it as by the use, you can remember it is also going to be used in your whitewashing thing. Okay, and there is a specific test for carbon dioxide, that is nothing, your lime water test. And this is the question asked from lime water test. Okay, so this is the compound used in whitewashing. You are treating it with CO2 to give you limestone, and that is CaCO3. Okay, so CaCO3 is formed, means you are passing this gas to it. Okay, and this particular reaction is going to be called nothing but your lime water test for carbon dioxide gas. Okay, so here you are correct, very correct. Okay, now next, when we heat the lead nitrate, what is observed? What is observed? Lead nitrate. What is the formula for lead nitrate? What is the formula for lead nitrate? Please write it. PbNO3. Yeah, very correct, Abhinav. Very good. That is no only PbNO3. You are close to it. PbNO3 twice is the correct answer. Okay, that is PbNO3 twice is the correct formula for your lead nitrate. Okay, now they are asking when you are going to heat it. Okay, you are heating it. Now just tell me, what is the observation? What is the observation? All practical type of questions will be asked in your exams. Okay, so you have to focus on the activities. Activities are very, very important. I have told you this many times. Okay, now just tell me which is the correct. B. Okay, Anushka, Nishka, everyone. Okay, so here is going to be the B. As you all know, this is very good test for here, that PbNO3, when you are going to heat it, there is one specific observation that you are going to have, that is brown fumes are produced. That is brown fumes are produced, residue is going to be formed. Yeah, Neha, brown fumes are formed. Very correct. Okay, so here you are going to have the B as a correct option. Very, very good. Okay, you have to remember all the observations and you are doing it well. Okay, now green color coating appears on the surface of which metal after corrosion? Just tell me, which is the correct answer? Type it fast. You have, yeah, very good. I'm impressed now. Okay, very good. That is your copper. Okay, so copper is the element after corrosion. It is going to have green coating. Okay, very good, Fabian. Very good. Okay, so here you are going to have the correct option, that is your copper here. Okay, now the next one. Here comes one more type. All such type of questions, they are required to be solved. Okay, you should know how to solve them. That is, you are going to have questions from 11 to 15. Two statements are given to you. Okay, assertion represented by capital A and reason that is going to be represented by capital R. Okay, you have to answer the questions selecting the appropriate option given below. Like this, you have to look over the options. What are all options here? Just see, both A and R are true, means both assertion and reason are going to be true. Okay, and R is the correct explanation of A. Okay, means the reason which is given for the assertion is a correct explanation. For that you have to go for A option. Okay, and both A and R are true and R is not the correct explanation of A. Means both assertion and reason are true. There is no mistake in those lines. But the R is not the correct reason for explaining your assertion. Okay, for that you have to go for B option. Okay, now the next one is, your assertion is true but reason given for that assertion is wrong, that is false. Okay, so for that you have to go for C option. Okay, and if it is D, that is A is false, means assertion is going to be wrong and reason given is going to be the true one. Okay, so that is how you have to read the assertion statement, reason statements, and then you have to see to which option it is matching, and then it is going to be your answer. Okay, so we will look forward. If there is any doubt regarding this type of questions, please stop me in between and ask me the questions. Okay, so we will look into the question. I hope you will get all the things clearly. Okay, now here just see assertion. What assertion is there? Oxidation is gaining of oxygen and reduction is gaining of hydrogen. Is that true or false? You just tell me. The assertion given here that oxidation is going to be the gaining of oxygen. Yes, it's true. Very good, Neha. Anushka, very good. Diya. Yeah, everyone. Preeta, Ellen, everyone. Very good. Okay, this is going to be the correct statement, that is assertion is going to be true in this case. Okay, now comes to the reason. In reaction CuO plus H2 giving you Cu plus H2O. Okay, and it is written that CuO is the oxidizing agent and H2 is the reducing agent. Okay, now you tell me whether it is correct or not. It is true or false, Mohammed? False. True. Someone are saying true and someone are saying false. Okay, it's true. First of all, you just tell me one thing. Okay, tell me one thing. In the case of CuO and H2, you have already seen this reaction. Okay, so you know that CuO is giving you Cu, means there is removal of oxygen here. Okay, there is removal of oxygen here. And removal of oxygen is going to be what? Removal of oxygen from CuO is going to be what? Now you answer me this thing. Reduction. Very correct. Very correct. So here reduction is taking place. Okay, reduction is taking place for CuO. And what is, if there is CuO is going under reduction and the species which is undergoing reduction, okay, and oxidizing someone else, okay, it is oxidizing someone else, okay, oxidation is some other species is undergoing oxidation and it itself undergoing reduction, okay. So what that reagent is going to be called? What that reagent is going to be called? Oxidizing reagent, agent, or reducing agent? Oxidizing agent. Very correct, Anushka. Very correct. You have to just remember one thing. The CuO itself undergoing reduction, but it is oxidizing H2O. Okay, H2. It is oxidizing H2 to H2O. Okay, so it itself undergoing reduction, but it is oxidizing hydrogen here. So the CuO is going to be the oxidizing agent. Okay, it is itself undergoing reduction, but it is oxidizing other species. That is why we have to just look over this statement that CuO is the oxidizing agent and H2 the reducing agent. Very correct. Okay, it is going to be very correct statement here. So both of them are going to be the correct one. Okay, and it is going to explain the oxidation and reduction also. So it is a good explanation of assertion. Okay, so here the correct option will be your A, that both are true and it is going to explain your oxidation and reduction. So it is a true statements and it is explaining also. Yes, very correct, Febin. Option is A here. Very good. I hope now you are getting how to look over the question and how to answer it. Okay, is there any doubt in this? You can ask me. Any one of you, any doubt? I am waiting for your answer. Okay, okay. So we are moving ahead. Okay. Assertion. When quicklime is added to the water, temperature of water increases. Is that true? Assertion. Is that true? Okay, yeah, it's true. Okay, so your assertion is correct here. It's true now. Very good, Mohammed. Very good, Febin. Everyone who all are responding, they are very good in this. Okay, and I am getting that other one, the people who are not responding, they are also, they will try it and they will understand it. Okay, with practice. Okay, so here you just see when quicklime is added to water, we know what quicklime is. That is nothing but your CaO, calcium oxide, is added to water, that is H2O, okay, and CaOH twice is going to be formed here with release of heat. Okay, so it is a correct assertion statement is given. Now come over the reason here. Reason is combination reactions are generally exothermic in nature. Is that true? Yeah, very correct. We know this. If heat is releasing there, it means there is temperature increases there, means heat is releasing. Okay, and in the reactions in which the heat is released, they are going to be called as combination reactions. So they are generally exothermic in nature. So this is also a correct explanation for your assertion statement. So correct option will be what? A, B, C, D. Yeah, very correct, everyone. That is A here. Okay, don't feel bad if I am unable to take all the names all together. Okay, so you just answer. I am liking it. I can see everyone here. Okay. Yeah, very correct. Now, just we are moving on to the next question here. That is, one more assertion is given. That is, when white salt is kept in sunlight, its color changes to grey. There is a white salt and it is going to kept in sunlight and it will have the change into grey color. Okay, it is going to have a change to grey color. Is this observation is true or false? What about this observation? There is a white salt. Will there be, if we are going to keep it in sunlight, will there be a change in the color to gray? True or false? Okay, yeah, it's true. Okay, it is going to be a true one. There is a white salt, when you keep it in the sunlight, its color changes white to gray. Okay, now the reason is given that white salt is AgCl, and Ag produced after the reaction is gray in color. Is that true? This reason? Yeah. And will you please, after looking both these two statements, will you please tell me which is the correct option here? A. Yeah, very correct, very correct. This is going to be the true one, and it is going to explain this thing. Okay, and we know that this reaction belongs to, this is very important activity, and this belongs to nothing but your decomposition reaction taking place in the presence of sunlight. Okay, so now I am feeling glad that you understood how to go for assertion and reason. Okay, now move on to the next thing. Here you can see, sorry, 14th one. When fats, yeah, thermal decomposition. Thermal decomposition. No, Diya, that one, it was in the presence of sunlight. Okay, so it was light decomposition. When it is going to take place in the presence of heat, that is going to be the thermal decomposition. Okay, and when it is going to be in the presence of photolytic. Yeah, very correct. Photolytic. In the presence of light. Photo means going to be the light one. Okay. So just clear with these terms. Thermal means heat is there. Photo means light is there. Electrolysis means electricity is there. Okay. So these three decompositions you have studied. 14th question, option C. Neha is very fast. Okay, let me read the statement. Okay, just here, assertion. When fats and oils are oxidized, their smell and taste changes, and this is called rancidity. Is that true? Yeah, it is true. Like, we know what rancidity is. Okay. Now, reason given here, to prevent rancidity, we add more oxidants to it. Is that true? Yeah, false. We add more antioxidants, not the oxidants. Okay. So, here this reason is wrong here, false here. Okay. So, option is going to be C, as Neha told before. That is, yeah, very good. Velga, very good. Nishka, very good. That is option C here. A is true, but R is false here. Very correct, Diya. Very correct. Okay. Now move on to the next one. Here, when iron nails are immersed into copper sulfate solution, reaction will be a displacement reaction. Is that true? Okay, so what it is saying? Fe is reacting with CuSO4. That is what? Your copper sulfate. Okay, CuSO4 is going to give you FeSO4 plus Cu. Okay, and it is going to be a displacement reaction. Okay, and you know this equation very well. I know this. Okay, now here over to the reason. Copper displaces iron. Okay, copper displaces iron in the chemical reaction, which results in the change in color. Is that true? Copper displaces iron? Yeah, very correct. Very correct. It is not the copper. It is iron. Okay? Yeah, very correct. It is a false statement and this is the true statement. Okay? Here, yes, Avantika, very good. Here, you can see that copper displaces iron because it is not that the correct one. It is iron displacing the copper because it is more reactive than that of copper, and we have seen this thing in reactivity series. Okay, so by this we can say that who is going to displace whom. Okay, so here iron is displacing copper. So this is going to be the true one, and here again A is true, but reason given is false here. Very correct, everyone. It is the option C which is correct. Okay. Now, analogies. This is also one form of questions which are required and you know how to solve them. Okay. Just look at them. Try to understand it. Okay. Here you can see that Na2SO4 is given and there is something A here. Okay. And here you can see after product that BaSO4 is there and here you can see B is there. Okay, you have to identify what this A is, what this B is. Means among all these options, what is going to react with Na2SO4, that it is going to give. Okay, very good. That is B. You understood? Yeah, Velga, very good. Nishka, very good. Here you can see that Na2SO4 is going to react with A. Very correct, Diya. Okay. So here the option is going to be B. That is BaCl2 is reacting with Na2SO4. That is sodium sulfate, giving you BaSO4 as a precipitate here. That is of white color. You have to remember this thing also. It is a precipitate formed here. And that is going to be the B one. Okay, the B is going to be what? Your NaCl. The ion exchange will take place and sodium chloride is going to be formed. Okay, now we are going to move on to the next question. Decomposition reaction. A, you have to identify, you have to look over this, what A are, and here is B, which is exothermic. You have to see what A is, what B is. Yeah, very correct, very correct. Vega, very correct. Everyone, Trita, Nishka, Febin, everyone. So here your correct option is going to be the A1 because decomposition reaction for A you are given with this. Endothermic, exothermic, combination reaction, no. Exothermic, no. Okay, so here you can see that endothermic, all decomposition reactions here what we have studied till now, okay, not all, okay, we can't general saying that statement. We can that reactions which are going to have this type of thing like decomposition reactions, they are going to use the energy and decomposition is going to take place and that reaction is going to be endothermic. Okay, so decomposition reactions endothermic, and here B is exothermic. Okay, exothermic is given, so you have to see which is the reaction here. Okay, so reaction is going to be your combination reaction. Okay, so you are correct at this part. Okay, now you are getting how to solve it. Here also you can give it. You will simply give it, I know this. Just give me the answer. CuSO4 solution. Yeah, very good. Very good, Vega. Very good, Neha. Yes, Rita. Everyone is going good. Yeah. So now I think you are getting that all the things which you have studied in chemical reactions and equations. What are all things they can connect? Those simple activities, but they can connect all the things in such a manner that you have to just correlate with the normal equations and you have to give the answer. Okay, so here CuSO4 solution is going to be blue in color, we all know this, and this ferrous sulfate solution is going to be your green in color. We are aware of these colors very well. Okay, so now we will move on to the next question. Okay, just see. Endothermic reactions. A, and you have to identify B here. A and B. Heat released, heat absorbed. B. Okay, so endothermic reaction, your A is good. We know that in endothermic reaction, okay, your heat is going to absorbed. Okay, So your heat is going to absorbed, and you can see heat released is there, and we know that heat is released in the combination reactions. Okay, so that is how you have to solve this analogy. You have to look into the options what are given, and you have to just see that what was the observation, how to relate with what. Okay, so here is the format that you have to go with this. Okay, now we are moving on to the next question, that is case study question here. Read the paragraph and answer the following question. Okay, just read this. When two metal salt solutions react with each other, it produces a precipitate that is insoluble in water. Okay, so when we mix two solutions of lead nitrate and potassium iodide, will you please tell me the formula of lead nitrate? Lead nitrate formula? PbNO3 twice. Very correct. Very correct. Everyone. Yeah, very correct. Febin, Vega. Very good. Okay, so here that is PbNO3 twice is the formula. And for potassium iodide, what is the formula? Ki. Very good. That is Ki. Very nice that you know the formulas well. Okay, just see. First question. What is the precipitate formed here? Name the chemical compound. What is the name of the chemical compound? What is the precipitate formed? Solve it. PbI2. Very correct. PbI2. Diya, it's PbI2. Okay. Febin. Yeah, Anushka. You gave the complete equation. Very good. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, very good. Very correct, Diya, now. PbI2. Okay, so just remember these things. Now here you are going to have potassium iodide. You are treating PbNO3 twice with Ki. You are going to have PbI2 plus KNO3. Okay, this is my reaction. So this is the precipitate formed here. That is going to be the precipitate with down-headed arrow. Okay. Now, color of the PPT formed, that is precipitate formed after the reaction. What is the color? 1, 2, 3, 4. Which is the correct option? White, blue, green, yellow. Yeah, it's yellow. Very good. You remember the color. This type of questions will come. Okay, so it's yellow in color. This PbI2 formed here is going to be yellow in color. Okay, what is the chemical reaction? What is the chemical which is involved in this reaction? What is the name of that chemical reaction? Yes, Febin, very correct. Diya. No, it's not only displacement. Think and see. See the reaction. Double. Okay, they are completing their her answer. Huh? Okay. Double displacement reaction. Very correct. Okay. So this is your correct answer here. That is double displacement reaction. Why it is so? Just see. That is lead nitrate, Pb. They are going to dissociate to give you Pb2 plus NO3, 2NO3 minus. And they are going to give you K plus and I minus. So Pb is going with I and K is going with NO3. Like that. So they are going to just formation of ions and exchange are going to be 2 times. So this is going to be your nothing but double displacement reaction. Name the type of reaction that you all know. Okay. So I hope these things are clear for you. Okay. So now you have to just focus on such type of things. Read the equations well. Okay. Go with the reactions. Okay. If there is any doubt, you can ask me for sure. Okay. Okay. So Vega, you got the concept of oxidizing and reducing agent as I have told you. Okay. So we will meet in the next class. Okay, Vega. Done. Bye-bye. Take care.